I say.
Hello chaps, I hope you're well on this rather chilly evening. I thought after the relative success of my birthday present unboxing video that I'd unbox something else. So I've gone and bought something, mainly for me, but also so that you can see me open it. So I'm not going to lie to you chaps, it's not the most exciting product around. It's not like a really cool gadgety thing that you'd use in the kitchen or something that does witchcraft and makes your hair change colour through Wi-Fi or anything. But what it does do is something quite practical, which is to clean the floor. It's a multifunctional steam cleaner thing. Basically it's a mop with water that comes out of it hot and cleans the floor. Anyway, it's there. There you go. So let's have a look at it. It's purple, so that's a good start if you like purple. It cleans and refreshes the carpet, apparently. It does hard floor cleaning. Or hardcore floor cleaning, and it has a precision shaped mop head, which I've later discovered just means that it's a triangle shape, and it's not even a pointy triangle, so apparently it gets into the corners, but my corners are 90 degrees, not curved, so precision maybe not so much. So those are three things, one of which is just the shape of it, so that's, I don't know where the 12-in-1 comes in, but we'll maybe get to that. It has a 1500 watt of steam power, good, I'm sure that's what the kettle has. 350ml removable water tank. Now that doesn't seem like very much to me, but I mean 350, I mean what's 350 mils? So this bottle of champagne is 750, so it's maybe just under half of that, but or just over half of that. But you know, that doesn't seem like very much. I mean, certainly not very much champagne, but there's not really much for a cleaning. Well, we'll see. Maybe it'll surprise us. Then we get to ready to use in 25 seconds. Excellent. So just long enough for you to decide that you can't be asked to clean the floor. 15 to 20 minutes of continuous steam. I don't really know why you'd want 20 minutes of continuous steam, maybe if you were trying to, you know, change the wallpaper or something. Multifunctional, handheld and upright, okay, 5-meter power cord and chemical-free cleaning, so no chemicals on the floor, you know, in case your dog licks it and keels over and dies or whatever. So then we come to this 12-in-1. Now I can see on the side here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that's it. These things on the back to show you all the bits that you get inside. So I don't know what the other two are. Maybe those two. Maybe cleans and refreshes carpet, hard floor cleaning. Then we've got taps and sanitary ware. I don't know what the toilet maybe. Surface cleaner. Well, that's what the whole thing is, a surface cleaner, isn't it? I mean, that's not really a function of a steam cleaner, surface cleaner. A garment steamer, so that's a special thing that you put on it and you can iron your shirts hanging up. Although normally you just get the maids to do that. Upholstery cleaner, which is actually the same attachment, so that's not really 12. No, that's classed as one thing. Ovens, hobs, and barbecues. Yeah, okay, fair enough. It might clean the oven. Barbecues, well, this is England, so you know that's not really going to get much use. Bathrooms and toilets. That's not really a function. That's just where we can use it. Tiles and grouting. Yeah, good. That's a special brush to get into the, like a toothbrush, just gets into the grouting. I think that's, you know, that bit in between the tiles. I'm not really sure. I don't know much about those sort of things. Windows and mirrors, so that has a squeegee thing that you can, you know, take a window cleaner's job away from him. Cloud mist to refresh plants. Cloud mist to refresh plants. Do people spray their plants with steam? Cloud mist to refresh plants? It's just got a nozzle spraying at a gladioli, so I don't really understand what it's... I don't know that people that steam their... I mean, what, real plants or fake? I mean, maybe fake plants, but... I mean, I don't mist... Really? I don't get that. We'll come back to that. And car alloys and upholstery. Well, you mentioned that earlier, so... upholstery. So when it says 12 in 1, what it actually means is it does about 6 different things, and it does another 6 using the same tools, just in different rooms of the house. So we'll open it up and see what it looks like. Okay, so here we go with unboxing this purple steam magic thing. I need to... It's got a, I mean, the box is made well. It comes with a handle, and it was quite practical carrying it around Sainsbury's whilst I try and find something for tea. I look like a bit of a pivot, but there we are. So, here we go. The classic, what seems to be my catchphrase. Oh, bloody hell, here's another box! Cool, it's quite a lot of gubbins. Right, let's get rid of that. Excellent, the recycling man's going to love me again this week. So, we've got something for urine samples, a bag of bits, and then, well, I guess this is just the thing itself. You probably can't see this on the camera, but never mind. So we've got our, what is described as the precision mop head. See what I mean? It's not even a pointy triangle, so you can't actually get into the core. I don't know what this plastic bit is, but it's got lines on it. That's probably to make you think that it does something good, but doesn't. It's just a pattern. Who knows? It might surprise me and actually clean the floor quite well. It may just be that I have an incredibly dirty floor, but who knows? Cool, so we've got... I'm shudder to think what this is. It looks like a shower cap for a very small lady. Yes, okay. Must be something... Oh, maybe that's the upholstery cleaner for cleaning the settee, or sofa if you're... or couch if you're in the US. Couch. I think that's... yes. We've got an instruction book which we'll have a look at in a minute, see if there's anything hilarious in there. And another sanitary thing. So yes, right, let me, I might just do a jump cut to take all this cardboard out of the way. So, click! Bloody hell, it's all gone. Anyway, so I've got rid of all the cardboard, so we've got everything in the box here. So what we have is all the sort of additional end bits that change depending on what you're doing. So what I have discovered is that this is quite clever really, because obviously you use this on the laminate floor, you know, wood floor, the tiles upstairs, etc. But you can also use the steam cleaner on the carpet, but you can't use just this bit on the carpet because that causes too much friction. So you add this little chappy on the edge, and that gives you a kind of smooth edge so that it runs over the carpet without getting stuck. So that's quite unusual. Then we've got this attachment, which I think is... oh no, that's the squeegee for the windows. So that's you know, sort of going up and down the windows. So yes, that I mean, it all feels fairly well made. It's just more sort of moulded plastic. We've got this sort of scrapey device, which I think you would use in, you know, maybe the oven or on the barbecue, trying to get the door clean or whatever. Then we've got this thing, which it looks like the end of a prop from Moonraker, but I think it's just I think it just directs the steam down into a finer nozzle, a sort of high pressure thing maybe. Oh, actually. No, this goes on the end of here, and these all fit onto these. So actually, I thought this was another attachment, but actually, you know, you need to use that for everything. So that's one less function. So So 2. Then we've got the angled nozzle for going around corners, I guess, or getting into those hard to reach areas. That's what they say on the adverts, isn't it? Hard to reach areas. Or you can sort of shoot your mates when they come around the corner and give them 3rd-degree burns. Then we've got 2 which are the same, one large brush and one small brush, with actually quite stiff bristles on there, so they do feel like they would actually do some damage to sort of, you know, dirt, so that's good. And then we've got the weird shaped grouty one, so going up and down, and I mean, I think the thing is, once this is attached to this and you're, I mean, where is it? This one, this is on here like this. Once that's on the end of that, to do that with, I mean, it's going to be quite hard work, but you know, it might work. So there we go, and our shower cap goes on one of those, I guess. So there we are, and we've got our night vase, our vase nuit. So there we go. So this is the actual thing itself. I thought the box was quite small given the photo, but it folds up, so that's good for storage, I guess. So this comes out like this. Yes, that's feels sturdy, and you, not sure how you get it back. Oh no, that pulls that out of there. Bloody hell. Well, I'm not sure how the handle folds away, but I'm sure I'll discover it. So this clips and unclips this so that you use this for the floor, fold it up when you've discovered how to do that, and then you use this to do all the sort of handheld stuff. So, I mean, it's quite heavy as it is. Given the handle, I mean, all the weight is over the front end, so it's going to do your wrist in after a while. We're, you know, it's when it's filled up with water, that's going to add a fair bit of weight to it as well. So it might be quite. I mean, the photo shows a lady sort of doing it effortlessly, like it's sort of, you know, but you know, that's quite weighty. So we've got I think that's just a power button. We've got a sort of amount of steam nozzle twisty thing there, and then this is the, I don't know why it rattles, but oh, it's got some sort of, there's some sort of water filter in there that goes in there to get the water out of the bottom. This is where we put the water, I guess, and I should really read the book, and we put the water in there. So there you have it, a box of bits. Shall we get it going? Well, everyone, you join me here on the kitchen floor. I bet you never thought you'd live to see the day that you were watching a YouTube video with me on my kitchen floor with a mop. But there we are. I should have mentioned earlier that this is actually a product made by Beldray, or Beldray, or Beldray, whose company slogan is "Nobody does it better." So, although this is in no way endorsed by me, it may well be endorsed by Carly Simon. So there we go. I think it was Carly Simon. I should know that. That's a classic Bond trivia quiz question. I think it was her. Anyway, The Spy Who Loved Me. Let's get rid of that. So, I filled this up with water now. That little measuring cup, you fill it up to the top and put it in here. I don't know why they didn't just put a mark on this and then you can dispense with the cup, but there we go. I guess it's easier to fill up the cup and then pour the cup into this. So I've plugged it in, and what I've done is I've figured out that the button on the side of this here is how you release the handle. So it goes in like that, and then you press this, and then you seamlessly more. There we go. You know, yeah, simple. Boiling in here. I really shouldn't be wearing a jacket at this time, am I? So yes, so that folds up like that. So what you do is you unfold this, like this, then we clip this into here, like this. That goes in there pretty simply. I'm not sure if you can capture all of this. And then we can fold this down. I've plugged it in, doing it in quite a small space because my kitchen isn't massive and my camera has a crop sensor, so it's not quite as wide as it should be. And then we switch it on, I guess. So it's plugged in, it's not on. Let me just turn it on. So that's there, like that. Then what do we get? We get a red light to say that it's warming up. So I don't know if you can pick that up on here, but on the side you can sort of see it does glow in there to say that there's a red light and it's warming up. So let me get out of that position because it's terribly uncomfortable. So yes, I think they said 25 to 30 seconds we have to wait for this to do its thing, and now it's gone blue. So there we are. So what I have to do is this kind of folds out like a Hoover does, and this button at the top activates the steam. So as long as you're holding out this little trigger on the side here, which you probably can't see because it's cropped out of the top, it maintains a constant steam. So what I'm going to do is mop a bit of the floor. You probably won't be able to see me for most of this, which I'm sure you're all outraged about, but let's give it a go and see what happens. So I'm just going to turn this around. We'll do this bit here. This is where I find out that this isn't actually a floor suitable for steam cleaning and the whole thing caves in or something. So you hold the button down. It makes a very odd clicking noise. Nothing appears to be happening yet. Oh my word. It starts to look a little bit like Mount Etna did slightly before it erupted. And some steam comes out. It's sort of coming out in dribs and drabs. Not entirely sure. Ooh, bloody hell. I mean, you can, with the edges, get up to the edge. Ah, there we go. It seems to be coming out a bit more evenly now. That there. I'm just going to do this bit here. I think you can see this. There we go. It's quite loud, but then, you know, it is essentially a kettle with a mop on the end of it. I'm going to get under here because I think there's going to be a lot of dirt under this old Victorian stove. I'm just going to come back here so you guys can see that. So we'll do that little square there. I think that shows off what it's doing. The pad has basically come off. Alright, so I let go of this. The steam stops. And what I'm going to do is switch it off. So there we are. I mean, there's a certain amount of moisture down there, so it's certainly done its business. I'm now going to stand on this nice clean floor, and we shall reveal on the bottom what has actually happened. So let's see. You're going to see this before I. Well, yes, there's a certain amount of dirt on there. It's sort of. Let me just put the obscenely difficult handle down. This is a bit of a design for work. There we are. I have to use an entire force of Hercules' strength to get it off. Yes, that's quite hot, obviously. So it's sort of velcroed on, and there is a fair bit of dirt on there. It seems to be mostly at the back and not so much at the front, but I'm sure that's something to do with my mopping method. Maybe there are some tips in the... actually, that's quite hot. Some tips on how to mop properly in the book. But yes, relatively successful, I think. It does go to show that I thought that my floor was a little bit cleaner than this, but these tiles do tend to pick up the dirt, so yes. Okay chaps, well the floor thing was relatively successful. I think I'll have to use it on a range of floors to see quite how good it is. But I've just taken it out of the floor thing so that you can see it handheld. Now, as I suspected, with it full of water, it's now even heavier than it was before. Let me come back a bit so you can see. So, I mean, this design is... I'm not sure how you would make it so that it wasn't heavy, but you know, that's quite difficult. And the thing is, you can't really hold it like this because even, you know, this has been disconnected for about 5 minutes now. It's still quite hot under there, so the heating element that turns the water into the steam is obviously here, and so if you're using that like that to kind of clean, you know, your hands are going to get burnt there. So so what we discovered is that this is an attachment which you need to use for all the other attachments. other than the floor mop. So this goes on here like this into there, pretty satisfying click, and there's a little button under there to release it afterwards. So we have this, you turn it on, and I think some steam's going to shoot out when it turns blue. So let's just wait for that. Shouldn't be too long. Any moment now. Not long to wait. Are we there yet? Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. So, hopefully out of here we have some steam. It doesn't really do upwards very well. Let's see if it does downwards better. I think it probably does. It's not overly hot. I mean, I can have my hand in there. Oh my god. Right, well there we go. Let's put an attachment on there, bear with me. Let's see, I think we shall put on one of the brushes. Let's do that. Oh, it's just squirted everywhere, so that's always a problem, isn't it? So this goes on here, like that, and then, oh, at least I thought it did. Ah, there we go, like that, and then you twist it and it locks into place. So, bloody hell. So, like that. Is that right? I don't know. It's one of those two. Ah, there we are. So yes, it works. You have to hold it down for a bit for the steam. It's not quite instant steam. Well, it's made the floor very wet, so that's something. I'm going to try it on the floor just to see if it does what it says it's going to do. You're not going to be able to see this, but you'll be able to tell from my reaction whether it's doing anything. Oh yeah, that's very good. Yeah, it's doing its thing now. Yeah. Oh yes, that's very good. It's making everything wet. Well, I've made a bit of a mess. And I'm boiling. It's good exercise. Well, chaps, that was the Beldray 12-in-1 multifunctional steam cleaner. I must say, actually, looking at the section of floor that I did, now that it's dry, there is actually a noticeable difference between the two. So obviously it's water and it's on the floor, so maybe that's what it is. How much cleaner it is, I won't be able to tell, but there obviously was a certain amount of dirt on that microfiber pad. So yes, I think the thing to do would be to use it for a month or two and then report back to give my final verdict. So that gives you something to look forward to, doesn't it?
I say.